Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your December general overview. This reading is for just a general overview for the month of December. Please take what resonates, release what doesn't. I am going to be using several decks today: the Tarot Grand Lux, the Mystic Palette, Self Care Wisdom Oracle, and from the Heart Affirmation uh, Oracle deck. So we are going to see the energies that show up. We are going to see what guidance from spirit is coming through as far as what you need to do for self-love and self-care. Ooh, starting this off in a very intense energy. Three of Swords. Three of Swords talks about a heartbreak. This definitely feels to me and looks to me like there is a lesson learned. There is some sort of balance being restored. I feel like there's been an injustice. Um, that has taken place, but somebody has really learned a lesson through all of this. It does indicate some sort of uh, energy of a heartbreaking situation or experience. Wow, bottom of the deck is the devil. So I feel like there was a toxic, this just feels to me right off looking at just the energy that's coming through to me. It's where someone's heartbroken, discovering, learning a lesson in regards to a toxic situation, whatever that situation is. It can be people, places, things, whatever that is. But I do feel someone, is going through a healing, or they are in process of healing as in learning, definitely learning some big lessons. Saturn is showing up right there. Saturn is in your sign right now. So there is, in your sign does represent hidden enemies. Talks about intuition. It also includes closing out cycles. So I feel like there's been a lesson learned, or there is a lesson being learned when it comes to doing what's right, fair, and just, when it comes to balance and harmony within a situation. I feel this heartbreak was as a result of someone being connected, maybe bound to a situation, tied to, tethered to a situation where there was an injustice, there was an imbalance. Next card that's showing up is the Queen of Wands. So I do feel I like the shift in the energy going from that Three of Swords to that Queen of Wands, because I feel behind the scenes somebody is going through some sort of transformation that's really allowing them to tap in. Look, it showed up again, bottom of the deck. Um, I feel behind the scenes, someone is actively working on not only healing, but tapping into their internal strength. I feel the strength to overcome the situation. I feel the courage to move forward into something more harmonious, right? I feel strength, courage, and confidence to make choices that are for their greater good. So let's keep moving forward and see what this is showing up. I kind of feel this reading, I'm doing this reading not long or not far off from that new moon in Scorpio we just had. I do feel like that new moon in Scorpio has definitely triggered an awakening in many, many people, forced upon a transformation based on things that they just couldn't see before. I feel, with Pluto, and Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius, so it is going to be like we're not moving in, or this energy is all about I'm clearing out anything. Pluto is going to clear out anything that has not been brought to the light. Let me just say it like that. And I feel like this new moon activated some sort of awareness, something being discovered, uncovered. Um, recognized in some way, shape, or form. I feel behind the scenes somebody is not only trying to heal from whatever this is. I feel like it feels like a lot. It does feel like a lot. It's like I feel like healing from what they've discovered. This with the Saturn there having the strength, courage, and well, the Leo energy having that Queen of Wands, having that strength, courage, and confidence to take this lesson, learn from this lesson, and to move forward more mindful of balance or imbalance within situations. I feel like there is a significant lesson that was learned through whatever this is. I don't feel like it's over yet. I still feel like it's playing out. So this could be why this is showing up. We have just entered into Sagittarius season, which came right after that new moon. That new moon was sitting right there with Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde brings things back from the past, information, communication, some sort of energy like that. It does bring information, though. It brings something to the light. It's bringing something back in order to transmute that energy, transform that energy. We see the Knight of Wands showing up, and at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Pentacles is showing up. I feel this Knight of Wands is representing a quick action, a like boom, flash in the pan kind of energy where someone just maybe didn't think something through or just acted real recklessly. I'm feeling that sort of energy with all of this. I feel like it could be something, I mean, it can be something to do within the family. I definitely feel it has an association or a connection with money. It could be an inheritance. It could, but I do feel like some sort of finances or monetary situation that was involved in this. This could be why someone was heartbroken. They discovered somebody who acted too quickly or acted quickly. It's almost like reaching out and snatching something that didn't belong to them. It's like interception, I'm feeling. I feel like this could have been what was discovered, or this is what's being discovered. I feel like somebody is heartbroken over this situation because, with that up there as well, that Libra energy, this could ultimately result in a legal situation or bring forth a legal situation. Next card that comes up is Judgment. I would absolutely, if this was somebody who intercepted, who just really rolled in and snatched something that didn't belong to them, I feel like they had this was hidden. I feel like this was discovered, or this was brought to the light, or this is going to be brought to the light. There's going to be lessons to be learned out of this. There's going to be balance restored. We see the balance up there with that Libra energy. That's the Justice card. So already I'm feeling the vibe of there obviously has been there is a situation that is heartbreaking as a result of an injustice. I feel like someone's going to heal from this. I feel behind the scenes they're really doing that work. And now they're recognizing somebody who took action too quickly. I feel snatched. I don't know why. I just feel like it's almost like somebody reached out and grabbed something, um, you know, that wasn't meant for them. I feel the Judgment here. And when I'm looking at this specific Judgment card, I do see one person. You see the hand coming down from the heavens, which is like I'm pulling up this energy that was meant to be elevated, and I'm casting aside these energies, and I'm feeling it's coming off from that energy. Yeah, look at this Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is I feel someone has been through some stuff, because this is why this Nine of Wands is showing up. Somebody has been through some stuff. They've had to overcome a lot of obstacles, challenges, all of this sort of thing. It does give me the external interference. Like I said, I do feel like this is an external source that somehow sideswiped, intercepted, snatched onto something. I feel Judgment Day is here in regards to whatever that is. I definitely feel like it has something to do with money. It's amazing what people would do for money. Sell their own soul to the devil, they would. It's sad, but it's so true. So, anyways, here we go. Right? So this is telling me there will be a healing, I'm feeling, or someone has had to heal from something behind the scenes. They've really had to. I kind of feel with this Queen of Wands, to lick their wounds and really, and I'm not laughing at anyone that's had to do this or anything like that, but it kind of gives me that. I just feel like really nurture themselves, right? Love themselves, heal, regain, rebalance, their strength, their courage, their confidence. I feel like really stabilize themselves before moving forward. I kind of feel somebody really got shook up with whatever this situation is. I do see that Judgment out here, so I can already see with that up there. Wow, there's the Knight of Swords showing up now. So we have two knights. So bottom of the deck is the Page of Pentacles. So I do feel right away with the both knights. I feel, and it doesn't matter the age, I just feel an immaturity about a certain energy that maybe said something that wasn't true, definitely took action too quickly. It can be in regards to a child because I'm seeing this page, or this can be somehow I'm feeling a child. So wow, that's the truth. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck with a page, another page right here. This page in this specific deck has always kind of, I feel a certain way about this page. I've never really had the vibe of this is a trustworthy page, right? Like the information, the communication that comes out of that mouth of that, I don't feel to be authentic. I feel like it's an immature, childish, could be a childish energy. Whatever I feel about all of this, or whatever the vibe is that's coming through, I'm feeling that theme of somebody really just jumped and acted up quickly, immaturely, and I don't feel with honesty in regards to snatch something, to grab something, to intercept something. And I feel Judgment Day is for here for whatever, whoever that is. So it may break your heart when you discover this. It may, I'm getting that feeling, but it's just giving me the vibe of there was an injustice done, injustice is being served, and judgment has been called. And whatever this quick acting immature energy is that initiated this, or intercepted this, or played a role in this, I do feel like that energy is going under judgment. That's what I'm feeling. It could break your heart if you have to see this, if this is someone you know and care about. I did pick up slightly that vibe of a family member. We have the Temperance card coming under out to clarify this Three of Swords first and foremost, and I do like to see that because I do feel that is that angelic presence, angelic presence that's bringing in not only peace, balance, harmony, but I feel like it's something, I just feel very healing energy being infused to someone who is heartbroken. I feel like they were weighted down for a very long time. There's the Ten of Wands right here. So I do feel whatever has taken place, like this cycle is over now. It's done, right? There is a completion I'm feeling that is taking place as a result. And I kind of feel this is come off from that new moon in Scorpio. So very interesting energy, but nonetheless, I do feel balance being restored. I can feel that with the justice and the judgment out here. Like there was an injustice, and now it's time to balance the scales. Clarifying the Queen of Coins. I don't know why I went to say Pentacles, but is the Two of Pentacles, right? I feel for a while, wow, Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel for a while, whoever I'm talking to, they could have felt like they were really. I feel, I know he's walking on a tight wire, but I'm feeling that energy of walking on eggshells, like really being a little, cautious, or like I feel like someone knew something weren't right and they were, kind of like walking on eggshells, maybe afraid to question something. I feel like there is a clown involved in this. I feel like it's that immature, childish energy. And again, this doesn't have to be about a child. It can be a grown ass adult who just really, never grew up, never matured on a mental, emotional level, is how I'm feeling, right? And I feel like whoever I'm talking about, there is this energy of maybe you've had to walk around eggshells. Look at this. All right, so this is the first card that popped right out, and there's that Page of Sword again. Here's another Page of Sword. You can look at this card yourself. This is a different in a different deck, but it is still a Page of Sword. Does that feel like a trustworthy energy to you? Yes, I feel like there was an energy, and this card wanted to come with it. Nine of Cups. So I feel like somebody tried to take a wish fulfillment, something that was meant for someone else. Wow. The Empress energy at the bottom of the deck. I am 100% feeling somebody intercepted either a gift of a financial gift, an inheritance, something like that. I feel like they wanted this for themselves. I kind of feel they temporarily got this, and I am feeling temporary because I cannot wait to get to the see what comes out next, because I am feeling that energy of this is being discovered, this is being uncovered, this is being brought to the light, and judgment is being rendered upon all of this. Um, and I do feel like, because I'm seeing it, look at this, look at this. Look at this. The Empress underneath it is the Four of Swords to the Moon card to the Sun card to the Ace of Swords. So the Sun is illuminating the truth. The Sun is bringing forth the truth that was hidden with the Moon. And I do feel like this could have been in regards to, I don't know why, but I just keep feeling inheritance, right? I am feeling that. I felt like there was monetary. Um, it can be I mean, I am just feeling like this is about a financial gift that was meant to go in one direction, somehow got intercepted, and somebody did get a temporary wish from this. They got what they were trying to get. Now it's being discovered, and I feel where the problem lies, first of all, is them receiving something that didn't belong to them, but in the manner that they went about getting this. Feels to me like there was some sort of lie, miscommunication, could have been altered documents. The Queen of Swords was on the bottom of the deck, so that does give me that indication that behind the scenes there was some sort of investigation going on. A professional energy is involved in this, and they were seeking truth, clarity, answers. I feel like they discovered some things, and I feel like this is what's coming to the light. So clarifying the Judgment card is the Hanged Man. Someone's really going to be stuck going through an enlightenment. They're going to be going through something. I feel this in two ways. Number one, I feel whatever was intercepted from you, I do, and I kind of feel like that held you up for a while. There just feels like there was something that I kind of feel like whatever it was that was taken that you never, maybe never even knew was yours, that not receiving that kind of changed the direction of your life. Where had you received it, your life would be going in, and it would have headed into an entirely different direction. Could be why somebody did this. Any way I'm looking at this, I feel like someone's got themselves caught up in some serious judgment. Bottom of the deck is that Four of Swords, which we've already seen once. Underneath that is the Queen of Cups to the Four of Wands. I do feel like this is in regards to a family, like a family member, something like that. But anyhow, any way that I'm looking at it, I'm feeling like whatever was hidden is being brought to the light. There is a discovery. There was somebody who was trying to, make their wishes come true in a way that weren't divine. It weren't the right way. They weren't doing the right things, and they got away with something short term. Like it felt like a temporary, and that's typically the way it goes anyways, right? um People think that they can just do any sort of thing, and they do get this almost like an instant gratification, right? But when you think about the long term of all of this, and this getting exposed and coming to the light, if this was an illegal situation, which I kind of feel it is with the justice and the judgment that I'm picking up on. I feel like this could ultimately really bite someone in the ass, right? When they're forced to face what they've done and have to have deal with those accordingly, right? And that could get them stuck, held up, like going through a real enlightenment, like questioning what the hell was I thinking, right? The next card that comes out to clarify is is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords, and look what's underneath the bottom of the deck, the King of Wands. So I've seen the King and the Queen of Wands out here. Underneath that is the two. So with this Six of Swords, I want to go to the Six of Swords because I feel, first of all, this is a card of being spiritually guided to move forward, right? I feel when I'm looking at this, this feels like this boat is coming towards me, right? So I do feel like this news and information, if it hasn't already reached you, is heading your way, right? And I'm feeling, see all the swords sticking up in the water right there? Like this is somebody who is not being taken down by these swords. Swords are, information, conversations, communication, that sort of thing. I feel like there's something that's coming back. That's what Mercury retrograde, get ready for it, right? Because we're already there. There's no turning back from this. So with this energy, I do feel like there's information that's coming out of the water, right? Coming out. And again, we had that full moon in Scorpio, and I'm feeling, Pluto is that ruler of Scorpio, where it's churning up things on the bottom of the ocean into feelings, emotions, things like that, and bringing these into this to the surface, or through the surface in this instance, to be seen and recognized, so that judgment can be rendered, and everybody, no matter what side of the fence you're on with this situation, can move forward on stable, solid ground. Truth, clarity, transparency, integrity is the wave of the future. You're in alignment or you're not, and if you are not, you soon will be. Best believe. Well, maybe not soon, because some people really like to learn the hard way. But anyways, here we go. Sorry. So the next cards that I'm going to pull out, this is from the self-care. This is what Spirit would like you to be aware of, or to know, or just some sort of support and guidance as you're working your way through this part of this cycle. We are in Sagittarius energy right now. We'll be in this energy until like the third week of around the 20th of December. Um, so this is going to be a really expansive time of higher learning, belief systems. Long distance travel can be associated with this. There's a lot of things that show up during Sagittarius energy. I'm feeling more strongly than anything, though, a higher learning when it comes to belief systems. Sorry, I don't know why all of a sudden I started coughing. Sometimes I swear it's the readings I'm doing, and it's like I just get this vibe of somebody does not want me to say something. So let me grab my other drink. The hot coffee wasn't helping it, so we'll try this. All right, let's get some information. What do your spirit wants you to know about taking care of yourself and the self love that rituals is at the bottom of the deck? I feel like this is self love rituals. And when I say that, it's like taking care of oneself, right? Making sure you're taking enough time to meditate, making sure you're taking enough time to just take care of the things that are important to you, one step at a time. Steady yourself with simple rituals. Do the dishes, fold the laundry, water the plants, make a cup of tea. Let wisdom sneak up on you. So, yeah, this is being present in the moment, handling your business, taking care of things you need to take care of, and keep moving forward as you're working your way through this energy, right? Through this transformation, through this, I feel, heartbreaking lesson, right? Because I do feel like there is a lesson of heartbreak associated with this, and just how either unjust or like terrible a person could be is how I'm feeling. Because if somebody's doing this is just not okay in any way, shape, or form. It's just not. They need to heal themselves, because obviously they have a problem, right? Because if it's not for you, it's not for you, right? Simple. It really is a simple thing. But some people can't stand that. They demand, right? Or they feel entitled, or whatever the heck it is. That is not okay. Surprise! This is beautiful, because I feel like this is that surprise of the truth, the clarity. Release your expectations and be open to surprise. This feels like a very welcome change taking place for you and happening for you, right? Going through this energy, moving through this situation, experience, whatever this is. So let's keep moving forward. I cannot wait to see this because this is where that Knight of Wands, that Page of Swords, and then that Nine of Cups, which was a wish fulfillment, but it was like not for this Knight of Wands who manipulated their way into receiving it. That's just how I'm feeling. You could take what resonates, release what doesn't. Please leave me a comment. Let me know if this is resonating. And while I'm thinking about it, please take the time to like this post, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Very good thing when you reciprocate energy, and you can do that free. You can do it by liking, you can do it by leaving a comment, you can do it by subscribing. That is an energetic reciprocation of energy. So big bonuses. Passion. So I feel like wherever this heartbreak is, like I said, I do feel there's a lot of angelic support, guidance, support coming in for you, really helping you get back on your feet from this pain, from this heartbreak, being present in, the here and now and the everyday life. Light up your life by honoring your deepest desires. And I feel like this is where whatever it was that was snatched, I feel snatched and taken from you. I just definitely do. I feel like when this returns to you again, I felt that at the beginning, where this could have changed the entire trajectory of your life. But and I feel someone knew that. It just gives me that vibe of someone knew when they did this. They did it for more than one reason, more than just because they wanted it, felt entitled. But I feel like it's like this is a hidden enemy, right? This is a hidden enemy. Again, we're talking about Saturn up here, lessons learned, structure, discipline, and Saturn is in your sign right now. So there is going to be some severe lessons to be learned for those hidden enemies with whatever this is. But I do feel like somebody was a hidden enemy. And again, I don't want to keep dwelling on that. I just wanted, you know, I hope that I can help you in some way to move forward from this, to recognize there is the healing. And I did see the King of Wands, and I didn't really tap too much into that energy because I felt as soon as I'd seen the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands has already been out here. The Queen of Wands was where I was feeling behind the scenes you're restabilizing yourself, or you're rebuilding your strength, or you're building upon your internal strength, courage, and confidence. And the King of Wands is showing up to me where I feel like this is where you're ready to put it out into the world, where you're really ready to come out of some sort of healing cycle, process, experience. Life is really balancing out because even underneath that, I'm seeing the Two of Cups. So I do feel where this is where you're coming back into balance in your physical realm, and you being able to, not like you can't, but I kind of feel like when you're going through a funk, you're kind of like more withdrawn in hermit mode, going through some, deep inner reflection, that sort of energy. So I do feel like this is you coming out of that. I will say by the end of December, I feel like you're ready to move forward, really showing yourself in a whole new way, really mastering the direction that you're going, the actions that you're taking, the passion that's reignited within you. So don't beat yourself up over something, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, that you had no control over. You don't know what you don't know. But second of all, I just don't want to see somebody fall into that spiral of sadness, depression, pain, and suffering and not come out of that darkness, right? I want to see whoever I'm talking to um, feel those feelings, do that healing, and allow them to come out of that funk, out of that darkness, out of that sadness, out of that grief or heartbreak, pain, whatever it is, and come back into the light. I feel you will. I'm just saying it out there. I'm sending you a virtual hug. So the next energy that shows up is reassess. This to me feels like Gemini energy when I'm looking at the card. And it says you have the right to change your mind. And I do feel like you are going to change your mind. I get that vibe where you're just going to recognize that this isn't the kind of energies I want to be connected, tethered to, associated with. That sort of like, I mean, who would, right? People don't want to be connected to energies that are low vibrational like this. Like, they just don't, right? They don't. So I do feel like you're reassessing. That's part of this healing process, going within, going through an enlightenment, going through that healing process. I do feel like it's just all part of the process of overcoming this, I feel, heartbreaking situation. It does not feel good. And there it is. There's the move card. We love this. A long walk is good for the soul. Get outside and allow Mother Nature to lift your spirits. I also feel like that's what I'm saying. I felt like, you'd be coming back out. You'd be showing yourself, getting out there, doing things, having fun. It's going to be a temporary thing of feeling in this funk. So, again, don't beat yourself up over that or feel like there's a timeline associated with it. I would say it may take you a minute because I do feel this was a devastating betrayal, right? And so, of course, it would only be um, normal or like it would just seem like the right thing to do to take the time to heal instead of going out there and just like burning down every bridge there is, right? It's like this is not somebody who is just going to tear everything down. They're going to do the inner work and they're going to come out. They're going to be stronger. I feel more stronger than ever. So the next deck that I'm using, this is from the, if you could see it over there, uh, from the heart. This is an oracle deck. It says my mind is open to new experiences that will transform my life. Yes, absolutely. Honest people, dependable people, people you can trust with your eyes closed and your back turned. That sounds like a better plan, right? And I did see things balancing out for you. I definitely feel like there is balance being restored. It feels like a whole new lease on life where you have the opportunity to move in a direction that I feel you would have already moved into had you not had an hidden enemy doing something and like intercepting something that I feel could have been life changing for you. So anyhow, that's just how I feel. That's what the vibe I'm getting. I am alone. I am, what the heck? Guided by my river, who protects me always. I am clearly, I mean, you can look, see how hard it is to read the words, right? On the ones that are cursive, I can read cursive, but I'm just saying they're written in a font that is just difficult to read. I am clearly guided by my revered guardian who protects me always. We seen that right up there, that temperance angel. Absolutely. Like I said, there is whatever this was, somebody went to great lengths. They acted real quickly, like they were spot on, I feel, when it came to, for some reason, somehow being able to intercept something and snatch something. But boy, I don't think they're prepared for the fallout of being discovered. That's what I'm feeling. And whoever I'm talking to, there are some serious guardian angels, support systems, whatever this is, that are surrounding and protecting you, and really, I feel, playing a role in bringing this to the light. The next card that comes up is I accept my vulnerability. It strengthens my love of self. See, yeah, somebody took advantage of somebody during a vulnerable period. Like if this was about a death and an inheritance, somebody was grieving. Their whole heart and soul was a mess going through this devastating heartbreak, this, that, and the third thing. Meanwhile, you got somebody on the left over here who is just, I shouldn't say left, it don't matter. Somebody's around who is just taking advantage of a devastating situation. They seen somebody in a vulnerable position and they came in like a bunch of vultures. Not going to be a good judgment call on that. Like, this is not okay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So let's keep going. Let's get a couple more energy cards out here. I create healthy boundaries, supporting my personal growth and potential. That's right. Somebody is shifting direction. Somebody is moving away from energies that are like that. Like I said, nobody wants, sorry, nobody wants to be sitting there around people that you can't be open, honest, clear about. Like, somebody doesn't want to be, I wouldn't think, anyways. Maybe I'm wrong. Leave me a comment if I'm wrong about this, but I cannot imagine people wanting to surround themselves or be connected with people who would stoop so low and prey. And this is not pray with an A, this is pray with an E. These are predator people who prey on people's vulnerable times or experiences in life for their own financial benefit. This feels like it was all about financial. Somebody was hating because something wasn't for them. They intercepted it some way, somehow, and the Most High, the Divine, is about to bring justice to this situation. So, oh well. Next card that comes up is I accept I cannot save everyone. I choose to help those who are open to assistance. There we go. I love that. Oh wow.